I'm going to give you over 20 business ideas that you can start at the comfort of your home with less than 100k Ugandan shillings. Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alexis. I am an entrepreneur, a digital creator, brand influencer. I know I'm trying to be a YouTuber, so make sure to subscribe. Please subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, share with your friends. I've wanted to make this video for the longest time because the girls on Instagram have been asking for it. The girls on TikTok have been asking for it. Even when I meet people, sometimes they ask me for business ideas that they could start. I'm going to give you over 20 business ideas that you can start at the comfort of your home with less than 100k Ugandan shillings. You don't need to be rich to start a business in Uganda. All you need is a phone, this video, data, and consistency. By the way, it's so hard to get a job after campus. It's so hard unless you have connections. Probably your parents have already paved the way for you. And also some people just don't want to be employed. For example, me, I was at campus and I knew very well after campus, I'm not going to look for a job. I knew I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and honestly, I've never tried to look for a job. I've only been trying to pursue entrepreneurship. But if you're out there and you're already employed and you love your job, you love the career life, there's no problem with that. But you also need to have other income streams. Even the Bible says it, you should have more than 7 income streams. It's so hard in this economy to rely on just one income stream. So if you'd like to start a side hustle, I'm here to give you business ideas that you can start at the comfort of your home. A little backstory on how I started my business. If you don't know, I run a beauty brand where we sell strictly lip care and body care products. I started my business with just a few products. That's lip gloss, a lip balm, and lip scrub. I had enough capital to start a business because I was saving up, and I didn't know that I could actually start that business with little to no capital. So when I started that business, I remember sending money to someone in Nigeria because I didn't know that Ugandans actually used to sell some of these things that I needed. So I had a supplier that I had found on Instagram, and I sent her money, and she blocked me everywhere. She disappeared. I had sent her over 700,000, and oh my god, that was a lot. I don't remember if it was 700 or 1 million, but it was a lot of money. And when I sent it to her, she blocked me everywhere. She disappeared, and there's nowhere I would start to look for her. And you guys know Instagram, you can easily delete messages. So she had deleted most of the chats that we had, and she blocked me everywhere, and there is no way I could have reached out to her. So I had to start again from scratch with no capital, nothing. And with just 100,000, I was able to get my startup, and I was also able to start with what I had, that 100k, to start up something that was able to build up more capital so that I was able to build my business where it is. And we've now been running for 4 good years. And one of the things that has helped me to stay in business is staying consistent. And I feel like you don't need to be the smartest person in the world to run a business. All you need is to be consistent. Show up every single day. I'm telling you this because I need you to understand you don't need so much money to start a business. That fear that you have and those excuses that you have, you keep telling yourself, oh my god, I don't have enough money to start a business. But you spend 200,000 on an outfit. So the one thing that I would love to clarify before you start any business, you need to first make a survey. Find out what is on high demand. What are people lacking? What solution are you availing to the people? Yeah, it's very important. When I started Evolve Beauty, I swear to God, I didn't know any lip care business. I knew people were selling lipsticks, lip balms, makeup, yada yada. I knew so many, but I didn't know a lip care brand in Uganda, and I cared so much about lips so much up until that. So I knew it was missing, and I wanted to bring it to Uganda. So find out what is missing. What is missing in the Ugandan market? What problem are you solving? If let's say you want to start a bag business, Is that a solution to anything? You can make a survey and see the bags that are there, are they what people actually need, or there's something even better that you can, find. Make sure you're solving a problem. That way you can always be on demand. You also have to think about things like that before you start that business, if you want to be in the business for the long run. But if you just want to make money, I have so many ideas that are not even solutions, so I'm going to share. So the first one that I feel like is the cheapest business to start in Uganda is a thrift business. I know so well that most of the girls, if not all, we love to shop, we love to dress up, and trust me, the clothes business is not going anywhere. The fashion business is not going anywhere. People are going to stay dressing up year in, year out. So it's the cheapest business to start in this Kampala economy, guys. I remember back then I knew someone who had a boutique and they wanted to venture into second-hand clothes. And I remember us going early morning at around 6, 5 downtown Owino Market, because she wanted to get into the second-hand clothes. You guys, tell me why dresses were at 2K, 1K, 3K. If you got something very expensive, it was like 5,000. Shoes at 2,500 shillings. Can you imagine? And these were good clothes, because I know most of us have actually tried on those second-hand clothes. They don't look they are not even bad. All you need to do is wash, iron, and the cloth is really nice. If you feel like maybe you've never been downtown, maybe you fear, you could just go downtown and make a survey for yourself. Wake up early though, go downtown and just look around. If you don't have someone to go with, please talk to a friend, or if you know someone who is already in the business and they are ready to share this knowledge, they could go with you and show you around. You just need to start with, let's say, 20 or 50,000. Don't get a lot of stock. Start with little, go home, iron those clothes, start creating content, post on your status, post on your Snapchat, post on your TikTok, post everywhere, and you sit down and wait. Just keep, as long as the content is good, trust me, you will get clients. And as soon as you get your first income, make sure to reinvest it. If you don't feel like starting a thrift business, you can still go to, let's say, Mini Price, those shops downtown. They have cheap tops. You'll find tops at, let's say, 10,000, 20,000. Cheap clothes that you can start with if you are into the clothes business. Number 2, still in the clothes business. This one is more for the people who love to customize. I love to customize. I love to make things from scratch. So if you're that kind of person, I would also encourage doing graphic t-shirts. Making your own brand might be expensive. Let's say you want to sell maybe dresses, probably tailored from scratch. It might be expensive, so the cheapest way to start this brand, you could start with graphic t-shirts. Oh my god, I've done this business with someone before. Most of the times it's because most of my friends would be wanting to start something and they would be scared, so I would offer to do it with them until they're like at a certain level, and then I can back out. Yeah, that's why I know most of these things. And now also I spend so much time downtown in NASA, so I know for sure this is a very cheap business to start. All you have to do, if you have the energy and you know these things, you can just go downtown where they sell t-shirts and take it to NASA and they can brand it for you. You could actually have caps, probably sweatshirts, sweatpants, different things. Speaking of customization, the next one that I would also advise you guys to start would be customizing cups. Oh my god, it doesn't have to even be cups in particular. Have you noticed that there's so many women that love Stanley cups, very, very cute bottles, very cute. Personally, I love cute glasses. A glass like this one, imagine customizing something like this. Recently, I went for a picnic with a friend and we did what they call glass painting, which I haven't seen in Uganda. And imagine getting a glass like this and you customize it with different things. We drew grapes. Were they grapes? Berries? I don't remember. but you could customize it with, and if you're good at painting, you can come up with different things and just create your own thing. I think I saw a TikTok where a lady does this, and they're not Ugandan, they're in the USA, and you can do this with different things. You can just go downtown in probably in Chikuwo and different bottles that are affordable and pretty, and you can customize them with different things. And if you cannot customize with your hand, go to NASA. Those NASA guys can do anything. My God. And if you have the money to ship in from Alibaba, if you don't have the money, start with Chuku, start in Mpola. Then when the money starts coming in, you can now start shipping in from Alibaba. That's what most businesses do. You can start shipping in from Alibaba different cute bottles that are customized already from China, and they are so unique. My God, I would be your client. That would be a very pretty idea. Speaking of that, the fourth one would be cute hamper. I remember I told a friend this business idea, but I don't think they're going to do it. But this would be something I personally want to do in future. Would probably Evolve Beauty. I have done before, but I feel like it's not the way I want it. I've seen a TikToker do this as well. They are Nigerian. And oh my God, you just have to get very cute packaging. Let's say, you know, those gift boxes. All you have to do is go downtown or go to any supermarket, actually, because these boxes are very cheap. Get gifting boxes. Go to Chikubo, Chinatown, different supermarkets, and just look around for cute little things that girls like. Could be jewelry, could be different keychains, could be cute bottles and glasses, could be teddy bears, those tiny ones, could be phone cases, anything you can think of that can be gifted, and start putting it in those gift hampers. So imagine you have 100,000 to start with, and you've gone to Chikubo and picked cute bottles, cute cups, cute little plates, jewelry of like 10,000-15,000, still downtown, because there is very cute jewelry downtown. I got this downtown, and they are so cute, and I've had them for a while. So all you have to do is go downtown and look. Imagine a cute watch like this, these very pretty earrings, a cute bottle, very cute things. But imagine getting all of them and you just make a cute hamper with all these different things, make a cute video and post it on TikTok. My God, girls love those things. And you're having a little bit of everything: perfume, body splashes, watches, different things. And probably to customize it to your brand, you can make a cute card and write special words according to who is gifting to who. Keep in mind, you need proper planning, proper budgeting, proper planning for this kind of business, because it takes a lot of work and a lot of creativity. I know a lot of you would expect me to say this, but Gali accessories, that is also a business idea that you can start, and you can even call it Gali accessories or Gali essentials. Actually, before I started Evolve Beauty, I had this business in mind. I thought I would start something called Gali essentials, because I'm such a Gali person. And I know for sure there's so many Gali things that you can sell. Very little Gali things. Let's say I've been looking for ceramic plates. Are they trays, plates? Those small ceramic plates where I can place my perfumes, my jewelry. Imagine, that is a Gali essential. With selling Gali essentials, you're not limiting yourself to one thing like jewelry or bags. You're selling every single thing. You could decide, let me start with jewelry, because jewelry, I've sold jewelry before. I know for sure there's crazy profits in that business, and you don't even need to ship in. Like I said, shipping in needs money, but if you do not have a lot of money, like we said, you have 100,000, you have 200,000, go downtown. There are people who can never go down there, and they love to get these things at the comfort of their home, but they do not know that there is very nice jewelry downtown. So you can start with jewelry as cheap as, let's say you've gotten some cute earrings that are like 6,000, 5,000. If you're wholesaling, these stores will give you jewelry at 2K, and you can get like jewelry of like 50,000 and start posting online if you have a good eye for nice things, you will make money from jewelry, because there are so many things, so many wallets. Oh my god, wallets, those are essentials to the girls, to the girlies. They are mirrors. Let's say like this mirror, this is so essential. I personally can't move without my mirror. So you can think of all those things that you can't live without as a girl and start something like that. My next one would be something I'm currently doing, and it's making me money without even trying. Content creation, or being a UGC creator. There is money in that business and people do not even know at all. You guys are sleeping on this one. And by the way, it's not even a negotiable thing. If you want to start a business, you must be a content creator, unless you want your business to flop. I mean, if you're working from home, why don't you have social media? Why do you hate social media? Because it's the only way people are going to know about your brand. So you have no choice. I personally never knew anything about content creation. I didn't know about influencers growing up. I didn't know any of these things. I started getting to know them because back then I was a makeup artist, and I figured the only way people are going to know I'm a makeup artist is by making videos and posting on social media. I'll get different girls and make them up and then create videos, edit them and put them on social media. And that's when I found out, oh my god, I love editing, because at that time I was using InShot. So with doing that, with time, I started getting people asking me to do it for them. So that's how I started being a content creator, and it's now been 2 years of me monetizing this, and it's this year where I've actually made very good money. So you can imagine, if I stay consistent and on my, and I know there are content creators and influencers that have made much more. I swear, there are content creators that earn over 10 million monthly or 20 million monthly. So you can start a business out of content creation. All you have to do is be yourself, basically, and you don't even need to invest in this. As long as you have a phone, you have data, you just need the phone. Because me, most of these videos, I'm just sitting in my couch doing makeup and yapping. Yeah, so all you need to do is be yourself, show snippets of your life. You can get a niche, but I don't recommend that. You can just show different things in your life. You have to be yourself, do things that you like and post on social media, and with time, the people that view your content will help you niche down, and you will know, okay, this is what people like to see, so I'll create more of this. And eventually, as you grow your brand, you can also reach out to certain brands. I will make a video on content creation and how you can become a content creator in Uganda, but it's also another source of income that requires little to no capital, basically. The next one would be offering mobile services, depending on what you do, what you are passionate about, or what you are good at. For example, I can braid hair. Growing up, my mom had a salon, so I knew how to braid hair. I could start a salon, and I know starting a salon is expensive if you are to, let's say, rent and start plaiting people's hair. You don't have to do that. You can be mobile. You don't even have to bring people to your house. You can go to them. If, let's say, you are good at doing nails, or you are a good makeup artist, or you are good at washing clothes, or you are good at organizing spaces. Like for me, honestly, I hate to do home chores. So if I can pay someone to do it for me, then why not? So if you can offer such mobile services, that is something you can start as a business. It's even like very cheap. It's very cheap to start a mobile service. Let's assume you are good at washing clothes and you don't mind offering that as a mobile service. You can go to people's houses or ask them to send their clothes. We've seen so many people do this. They send their clothes and you wash them. You don't have to have a washing machine if you can't afford it. If you can wash the clothes very clean, hang them. You can even add free ironing services to that, and steams are very good and cheap. If you have money for a steamer, well and good. If you don't, you can use your flat iron at home and start small. With time, as people pay you, you can grow to have a washing machine, a steamer, a border guy who can do these deliveries for you, Or if you're good at doing makeup, you can literally come to someone's house and do their makeup until you can afford a shop or a salon to offer these services. But for now, this is a cheap way to make money. The next one is a home-based catering business. If you're good at baking, you love to cook. I personally have considered doing this as a business, but it takes a lot of work, so it doesn't make sense if I'm doing a beauty brand and then I add home catering services. It doesn't even connect. You know, when you're starting these side hustles, you need to think out of the box. Yes, you love cooking, you love making lip care products, but can the two be sold in the same room? No. But if you are very good at, let's say, cooking, and you start baking small things like donuts or cupcakes, you can grow into selling food, into building a restaurant, and then you can start baking cakes. You can start selling food. You can start teaching people how to cook. You can do so many things in one thing. You can't know how to cook everything. That's impossible. But if you know how to bake, let's say, cakes, or you know how to make like pancakes. Me, I love English pancakes, but there are also these local pancakes that Ugandans love so much. If you know how to make those, you can start with that. I know someone actually in Uganda who sells these you know those local pancakes they call pani, those ones. You can start with that. Or if you can make the English pancakes, you can start with that. You know, with that you have to be very clean. First of all, your packaging and your branding have to be top notch, so you need to take your time, plan, and all that. And you can start by posting or sending out to your friends. You can even start selling things like snacks. Daddies, you remember daddies that we used to eat in school, had corns, G-nuts. There are so many. If you can do all these things at home, you can eventually in future start a very big bakery, a restaurant. There are so many things. Oh my God. The next one is a gadget business. I know you must be wondering, Alexis, what do you mean a gadget business at 100K? Trust me, all these businesses start from somewhere. When I started, I didn't have all the things that I'm selling right now. I started with things like lip scrub, which is literally the cheapest thing to sell in a lip care business. If you want to sell gadgets, how about you start with phone accessories, because they are the cheapest thing in the gadgets business. So the accessories, if you can get AirPod cases, phone cases, you know those keychains that you can connect on your key and then connect on your phone, all those small things to accessorize a phone. And then with this business, actually, you don't even need capital. If you have a friend selling them, because I have friends that sell them and they've asked me to like post for them on social media. If I get a client, I can get a commission. Or so imagine you get an offer like that, you can make money off that commission, pola while you make money. And that money, you save it to set your own accessories. You could start with phone cases. If you know how to use Shein and you can afford to, even with 100K or less than, you can ship from Shein. There are so many Shein personal shoppers. So you can use them and ship in different phone cases. Pretty phone cases. If you want to sell for men as well, you can bring in, masculine phone cases, AirPod cases. This can be a very good business. Another tip, by the way, that can make you stand out, because me, I love to stand out. So you can go to NASA, you can get those silicone ones, which you can get anywhere in Uganda. Downtown, Mutasa, you can get those silicone ones. Take them to NASA. In COVID, someone used to sell these things. I don't know if they still do, but there's money in that business. You can customize people's faces or their brand names. So imagine I don't know if someone is out there and they do this business. If there is, they should reach out to me, because I need a customized phone case that has my name or my business name or my pictures. It's a very good idea and it's so cheap to start. If you want to stand out, you could do even AirPod cases. You can put someone's name on there. You can customize them to your brand and stand out and make money. And if you decided to go with the Gali essentials business, this is also another idea to stand out in your business. In this gadget business, there are so many things that you can actually sell. You know those sticky things that we put at the back of our phones and attach to the mirror? Yeah, they've been trending. You could get tripods, you could get ring lights or those small phone lights, the portable ones. So many things that you could sell in the gadget business. Like I told you, there is so much money in the gadget business, so much. You could go big if you want to. You could sell laptops, speakers, phones, but like I said, we are working under 100k, so you start with the small, and in future as money comes in, you can grow. And speaking of Shein, by the way, we've all seen personal shoppers on social media. That is also a cheap source of income. If you know you are a trustworthy person and you're good with money, this is a business you could start. You can start with Shein and then grow to Amazon, Temu, Alibaba, different. I've not seen personal shoppers for Alibaba, which I feel like is very, very good to start to do. Actually, it's a very good business idea because Alibaba has so many things and they are so cheap. And while you are a personal shopper, you can start a business out of that, by the way. Let's say you want to sell gadgets, but you cannot afford them at the moment. If you're a personal shopper and different people are sending you their orders to getting your profit, I don't know how people do it. Some people take off a percentage. I still don't know how personal shoppers make money off that, but you can make research. You can ask ChatGPT and know how you can make money off that and save. While you save, you could also start a business from that. You could ship in while they're shipping in their things. You can also get a few things there that you can sell. If there are phone cases, if there are bottles, whatever you want. Another business which I feel like is so essential is a self-care business. There's so many things that you can sell in the self-care business. Journals, affirmation cards, steamers, you know, those facial steamers, face masks, different essential things that could fall into self-care that people can use to feel better about themselves. The most important ones are journals and maybe affirmation cards. I feel like they are lacking in our country. I don't know. There are very few people that I know that sell them. But if you like to sell them, you can even think of other things that are missing that people do not know about so that you can stand out. You could just get journals that are already existing on the market, probably on Alibaba or Shein, but you could also customize your own. Can you imagine? It was until today, not today, but this year is when I found out that NASA makes books. Please go to NASA and find out how much you'd spend on a book, because I know they are cheap. You could customize your own journal. You start with something simple. There are girls that love tiny books. I love those tiny books. So you can start with something that's small. The affirmation cards are actually very, very amazing and they are cheap, a good start. Start with like a small order of, let's say, 20 affirmation cards. Or you could even do, they don't have to be affirmation cards. They can be questions you can ask yourself to know yourself more, or cards you can share with your partner. So different. I have so many ideas right now, but I know you get what I mean. But it's also an amazing business to start. Now, speaking of being a personal shopper, I've heard of errand runners. If you know, there are certain people that are so busy, they're always working, they cannot go downtown, they cannot go to Chinatown, but you can help them get everything they need. You can go downtown and buy for them things from Chikugo, buy them sacks of sugar, sacks of salt. You can get them different things. You can be an errand runner, and with that business, you don't even need capital. All you need is to grow, let's say, your social media so that people can get to know you and trust you with their money, and then you go down, so they will even give you transport. Then the other one that I've actually just thought of right now is being a fruits or vegetable vendor. You don't even need capital for this, by the way. I feel like all you need is transport and a social media presence. If you can grow your social media and you can get trust with the people in the market, let's say Nakasero, any market around Kampala, or you know someone who is in farming, oh my God, You can start this business. You can get like a cute basket and layer different fruits, different vegetables, and create beautiful content. And in your bio, you can put, we can help you get any kind of vegetables, fruits, and deliver to your doorstep. So all you have to do is add a particular amount that is for you, your profit. Now, the wedding industry. I didn't want to bring this one up, but I feel like it has so much money. It doesn't even have to be the wedding industry. It can be the celebrations industry, baby showers, birthday parties, different parties. So the celebration industry is so profitable and it's not going anywhere. It's not going anywhere. People are always going to celebrate something. Always. So how are you going to monetize that? So people always like different things. You have to sit down with this one and plan, because certain things will require you having a lot of capital and certain things will require you having little to none. And still this goes down to going to NASA and being very creative. You could start with, let's say, invitation cards. You could help people customize that. You could help people with those small, those small cards they put on the plates. There are so many things. You could even be a planner, help people plan their events. There are different things. You can just make your research, but the celebrations industry has so many businesses that one can start. But personally, I feel like the customization thing, I would make money off of that. And finally, the painting industry. Oh my God. I've seen so many people do this one in Uganda, but like I said, the more people that come up to do these businesses, that means there is money there. All you have to do is stand out. How can you stand out so that people actually come to support you? Because let me tell you, the market is so big for all of us to win. So big. So you just have to think of different ways. Yeah, I recently had a friend who wanted to do a baby shower, and I reached out to a paint and sip person and they showed me different ways. Imagine, those small overalls for babies and you're painting on them for someone to even take at home. Like that thing I told you about of glass painting. And these things are cheap in the supermarket, they're cheap downtown. It doesn't have to have particular canvases. There can be different kinds of canvases. There could be coloring books. Oh my God, there are so many, but the painting industry is also very affordable to start with, so consider it. There are so many businesses, oh my God, because I wrote over 100 business ideas, but I could only share those. And that's it, my loves. Thank you so much for watching this far. If you found this video productive, make sure to leave a like, a comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. Please subscribe. And let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this video, if you loved any of these businesses, which one would you try? See you in my next video. Bye. Mwah.